He said he did have empathy over Harry's loss because he lost a parent too at a young age. But he said that's why he was so disappointed
Mm.
with his outlook. He was hoping he'd be smarter, and he called Harry an idiot and a buffoon. So he just earned a Twitter follower in me.
Horrible Harry is not only a liar and traitor, but he is also a murderer. Now it seems that his psychology is not very stable as it goes further and further beyond human imagination. Anyone who touches him will be threatened in return, even threatening their lives. His fans in particular are even more extreme. John Lennon's son, Sean Ono, received death threats after mocking Prince Harry's memoir. Sean revealed that he faced numerous threats after his tweet, in which he criticized Harry's book title and called him an idiot, noting both he and Harry deserved mockery. Some threats referenced his late father's murder. Sean's initial tweet read, "My long-awaited review of Prince Harry's autobiography is 2 words, spare me." He later added that he sympathizes with Harry to some extent, but believes Harry's complaints warrant mockery. Sean previously criticized the memoir for its content. The act of threatening and sending death messages to Sean Ono after he criticized Prince Harry's autobiography is extremely bad and unacceptable behavior. This is a clear example of how pessimism and dissent can lead to terrifying consequences when social media participants fail to control their behavior. Or I suspect Harry is behind this. Regardless of one's disagreements or personal views on Prince Harry's autobiography, the use of force or intimidation of others is unacceptable. Everyone has the right to express their opinion, but using violence or intimidation is not only unethical but also illegal. Prince Harry chose to write his autobiography and give his personal views, which will naturally cause reactions and controversy, and he must have seen this coming. But anyway, thank you to Sean for saying what he said. If someone has a problem with it, then that's their problem. Quite honestly, not sure of the type of people who consider themselves fans of Harry and Meghan. Not well informed, nothing but toxic from Meghan and her henchmen the Squad. They're beyond moral or decent or intelligent. Threats and worse is how they roll. I think she pays them. Those threats weren't made by royal fans, but rather by Harry and Meghan's homegrown terrorist faction, the Sussex Squad. Frankly, I don't understand why these people have not been charged and arrested. They don't play at all, and they are truly dangerous. Especially these people making threats are not royal fans, but only fans of Meghan and Harry. They tend to be very aggressive. A specific example is, I'm a royal fan, I am no fan of Harry and his wife. Please do not keep using the words royal fans have sent DT to John Lennon's son, we haven't. I take offense to that. You should write the squad of Sussex sugarettes have sent those threats. Harry and his wife do not represent anything royal. They resigned, they are now just Hollywood celebrities. So whomever you are, they don't have royal fans. Yes, an ex-royal, and I agree the Sussex Squad tends to stoop to threats and bullying, quite often as it happens. I personally applaud Mr. Lennon. He was spot on with his comment, and I can't see any fan of the British royal family disagreeing with him, to be honest. Just goes to show how thin-skinned Amigan is. Everything said about this pair is more than warranted. Sean was very reserved in his comment, but many think much worse of Harry than not an innocent child. Harry and Meghan are the creators of this anti-support outpouring they are receiving. The Sussex Squad is an organized troll militia who are out of control on social media. Anyone who is not infatuated with Harry and Meghan are threatened and verbally bullied. Time Musk started taking down the reported accounts. Everyone knows Harry and Meghan are behind the treats. They pay their low-class squaddies to go after anyone Harry and Meghan don't like what was said. I'm waiting for the tell-all book that finally reveals what Meghan is really like and the truth about her background. Poor little Lord Fauntleroy, sitting at home marginalized. William was right, Harry, you should have listened. We cannot let this bullying go unnoticed. It's about time the Sussex Squad, as they call themselves, to be held accountable, and don't say it's nothing to do with Has-Been and Ragland, they know all about them. Their squad even go to places where the Harkles visit and have their pictures taken with them. Christopher Boozy is the head man. It seems to be the norm now, death threats that somehow can't be proved. He is right though, oh dear, does that mean one is on the way to me? Media need to stand up and report on the Harry and his wife, the Sussex Squad. They get paid by the wife and they go everywhere they go. They are the ones saying things about Prince William and his family, some of it really bad. In fact, it shows the average intellect of the Sussex Squad. Rachel really needs to keep her little band of haters under control. Megsy knows what kind of brain she wants to be her squad members. The unfurnished bungalow type, just like Harry for easy control. High possibility, these are the people who shamelessly troll the Princess of Wales. Harry and Meghan do nothing to quell the violence and horrific vitriol their supporters spew, and it just provides more fuel. It says a lot about Harry and Meghan, and it's not good. That will be the doing of Harry and Meghan's squad. Anyone who says anything against them is branded as a racist, a bully, or a liar. In many cases, they have called people's work, posted photos of their homes, and made false accusations to police. There have also been DATH threats. Harry and Meghan know what's going on, and they do and say nothing, much like African parks. I hope John is sitting in heaven, looking down at Sean and applauding him. Spare things are usually useful, but in the Montecito moron's case, he is too spare of brain to be any use for anything worthwhile. And then, certainly, books from the duo will never sell like Spare, because we have no interest in the duo. The people thought in the beginning they had real things to say and may had been victims, but now we know the truth. The sewer squad will buy, but the rest of us will hear through the news and media. We know the real them now. If the big programming get rid of them constantly shows their character, we are all fed up with Dim and Yacht Gal and their invisible kids. Through this, just shows what kind of people are backing Sussex's Sean had every right to give his opinion whether you agree with it or not, but you certainly don't issue death threats. It will be interesting to see if Harry or his wife speaks out against these threats to Mr. Lennon, but I doubt they will say a word. Besides, listen here. Sean Taro Ono Lennon is a British-American musician, songwriter, producer, and multi-instrumentalist. He is the son of John Lennon and Yoko Ono, and half-brother to Julian Lennon. This guy is a very talented man, like his father in many ways. He does not need to be in the news. Whereas Harry has no talent at all, but has to be in the news in an effort to gain some credibility, and fails every time. On the other hand, Harry, take a good look. Lennon was bang on the mark, after all he should know from bitter experience about losing a parent in tragic circumstances, yet he has never tried to make a living out of the sympathy card. In fact, he has got on quietly with his own life and relied on his own talent. I just wish that the press would stop referring to these sugar fanatics as royal fans, because they most certainly are not. They are fans only of an ex-actress and her ex-royal husband. I think Sean Lennon will get the FBI to investigate, or a private firm. These trolls donned tea like freedom of speech when directed at Harry and Meghan. Harry had a direct role in the Dan Wooten affair. Dan called Harry and Meghan out for what they are on GB News, so they set out to get him. He has his own platform now. Look at the abuse use the Prince of Wales is getting. The leader in that is a woman. However, I have heard it's been investigated. This woman was at St. Paul's Invictus Games. Also, she was in Nigeria jumping up and down with the naked narc. Perhaps if Harry and Meghan were told that from now on, they will be held personally responsible for anything that their squad, sweeties, and antis do or say, and may well find themselves in court on a charge of threatening behavior. He might use his powers, said tongue-in-cheek, to curtail their behavior. In conclusion, as a royal fan, I am unhappy that I have been tarred with the same brush as the Stoidy, who really did issue these threats. It will not have been any royal fan as who made these threats. That is not how we support our royal family at all, but it is how the Sussex Squad, the Sweeties, and some of the anti-brigade operate. They have done this all the way through the cancers that the King and the Princess of Wales are fighting, and before. These squaddies, sweeties, and aunties wish ill will and threat on nearly all of the royal family apart from the renegades, and no one, not even the papers, do anything about it. They just let them carry on and deactivate anyone who takes the posters to task. Talk about a twisted world. As a loyal royal fan, I repeat, we do not wish John Lennon's son any ill will, but if he took the mickey out of Harry, you can bet your bottom dollar that Harry's fans are the culprits. Well, that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching our video, and I want to know what you think about these issues. Please express your opinion in the comments below. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye, and see you again in the next videos.